Stuart Palmer out today, one of the few games that Stuart's missed, and his 250 for South Adelaide. He was out injured. Martin omitted, and Miller and Keane both into the side. Turnbull, acting captain there for Norwood, tossing the coin with Bickler, and John Bickler winning the toss. As I said, a most important game for both sides. They were predicting if South Adelaide lost today, they could kiss their final 5 chances goodbye, and the most important for Norwood to win. Norwood at the moment in 6th position, just out of the 5 on percentage against Central Districts. We pick up the game at the 13.5-minute mark of the first quarter. South Adelaide a goal in front, 2-1 to 1-1, and your commentators are Peter Marker and Ian Day.
Norwood rely a great deal on Neil Button. When he goes off the ground, Norwood normally slump. He's looking for Neville Roberts. That's his first touch today. A good mark out in front of David Kepler. Neville Roberts almost sitting down in the coach's box then. I'm sure he doesn't want to go off yet. A good goal scorer, Neville Roberts. He's gradually picking up his ground play. Short. Very short to Fosdyke. Fosdyke indicated that he wanted to go on, but he elects to go back for a kick. Gee, there's another lead on. Michael Annie in front. Turnbull, the mark. Now that was meant for Michael Annie, but Turnbull saw the movement was on and he got out in front of Michael Annie to cover it. It was so short, in fact, that he took it himself. Turnbull, a very reliable kick for goal. Rarely misses. The umpire watches it sail over the head. Turnbull's first. Norwood's second, or is it Norwood's third? It's their second. 2-1, South 1-1.
The interchange, Ferring for Button as Norwood hit the front. No, they tie the game away, but it was good football. I think they're kicking into the breeze. It's difficult to know where. It could be going across ground, but 2 very good short passes found Turnbull in front, and he converted, and the Norwood camp looking a little cold and shivered.
Ferring beats Hawkins on that occasion. Baines belts it back, but only finds Lachlan. He gets it over to Jenkins for Norwood. Turnbull, good mark. Very noticeable early, Turnbull. Finds McIntosh. Norwood's foot passing is very useful. Warhurst up high, Brooksby knocks it away. Roberts a chance, he's put down. Michael Annie in trouble, great tackle, but it'll be a bounce down. 2-1 apiece at the 16-minute mark of the first quarter.
The umbrellas go up. Wintry conditions. At the throw-in, Hawkins and Michael Annie. Kepler can't pick it up. Schulz it was in there. Roberts comes out with the ball. Left foot towards goal. I think he's buttled it. Oh, a fine goal from the Norwood half-forward flanker. Brilliantly done. And the legs hit the front with their 3rd goal.
Great goal, Roberts. An opportunist picked it up onto the left boot, as smooth as you like. And the umpire watched it sail through. They're not easy to kick, particularly when you're on your wrong foot. 3-1 Norwood, South 2-1.
Ferring in opposition to Rob Hawkins. Ferring usually a good knocker of the ball, but Hawkins gets this one. Nailey can't get it clear. Lachlan went on with a tackle, disposed of Nailey, but the umpire will call for a bounce. Midfield, Fosdyke and Would in it. Hawkins against Ferring. Once again, Hawkins tap towards centre wing. A chance for South Adelaide now through Schulz as they get Keane around the corner. Almost taken there on the half-forward line, but a throw-in will take place. South Adelaide's Alan Tutt, a newcomer. Throw-in. Cardi against Ferring. Over the back, Aitken can't. Keane in towards full forward. Reynolds gets up, doesn't bring it down. Push at the back of the pack, wants backup support. Thought about it, too late with the handball now. Hooks around the corner. Gee, the handball should have gone out to Bennett, but he thought about it too late, and South Adelaide waste an opportunity.
It's an important opportunity too, with the rain falling more heavily here now at Adelaide Oval. Jenkins will take the free kick. Reynolds being brought back 15 metres. Jenkins short to Noble. Too high. Kuss recovers better, but he runs out of bounds. Or in fact, the ball was probably out before he was. And the rain tumbling down. Goals will be hard to score on this. Carty and Ferring, 2 big bodies. Jenkins, the handball. Hughes dragged down before he could get the kick away. Stempers in there for Norwood. Ball very close to boundary line. Roberts, way down from half forward, got the handball away. Picked up by Nailey, left foot at centre half forward. Ushmal up high. Noble was as well, and he took a good mark in front of the pack. Settled in well to the back pocket, Noble. No one standing the mark. He takes off, searching for Warhurst. In front, can't mark. Well thumped away, out of bounds. 3-1 Norwood, South 2-1.
No question, the legs are kicking into the breeze when you see the ball in the air. Kicking towards the northern end. It's definitely holding up. They're kicking against the tide as well now. The rain tumbling down. South Adelaide make an interchange. Irvine on, Michael Irvine. But it's Nailey with the ball on the outer side. Hooks back towards the half-forward line. Winter makes a metre to get there first. Does that one well. Reynolds can't catch him. Goes towards centre wing. And out there it's Thomas. In go the legs to the half-forward line. The other Thomas is there, but it's Ivanov back, supported by Stabickler. He wants support, can't find it. The handball away wasn't good. Thomas smothered off the boot, and Roberts can't quite get to it before it goes out of play. Norwood on their half-forward right flank, leading by 6 points. Michael Annie comes up from full forward for the throw-in against Hawkins, who got the tap. Aish goes in hard for the ball, gets out the handball. That was good play. It was McIntosh to Danny Jenkins, and it's well taken by Greg Thomas about 45 metres out. Quickly plays on. Oh, I think it's too far for Fosdyke. Up there was Brooksby. Roberts again around the corner. Has he got goal number 2? I think he's got that one as well. Fine goal by Roberts, getting away from his immediate opponent. He's booted his second, and Norwood lead 4-1 to South Adelaide's 2-1. South Adelaide 5-3, lead the legs 4-3 in the second half here at at Adelaide Oval. Ferring gets the tap away, out in front of a teammate. Turnbull puts the legs into attack, up towards the half-forward line, holding ground well. The ball towards Michael Annie. Teal's playing in attack. Michael Aish, shot at goal, well offline, out of play on the full. Well, Norwood had trouble in attack, and I see Jim Teal's gone to centre-half forward and Tom Warhurst to centre-half back. Don't know whether there are any other moves, except Ferring has started on the ball. He got very little run on the turf in that first half. Button did most of it. He started now. Button on the interchange bench. Here's a chance. Teal, good mark. The rain has ceased momentarily, at least at Adelaide Oval. It's still overcast, but it's a very difficult first half for the players. Kick number 6 to Teal. On the lead is Michael Annie out in front of that player. Michael Annie, good mark, good pass, and Norwood a semblance of method. The second quarter was just a scramble. The players couldn't handle the conditions at all. Mistakes galore. 6-point advantage to the Panthers. Michael Annie can tie the game up. Big Jim from 35 out. 45-degree angle. Drop punt underway. It's coming back with a boot. Dead level. 5-3 both teams. Michael Annie's first goal.
There's some urgency about the way Norwood have come out here at the start of the third quarter. The changes as Ian Day has centre on. Teal to centre half forward. He set it up, put it out in front of Michael Annie. And the big pull forward made no mistake for his first goal. Ties the scores are level here at Adelaide Oval.
Hawkins and Ferring towards Baines. Ferring again, sockers off the ground towards the half-forward line. Burrowing it out, socked now by Keane. Jenkins had a quiet one. Can't pick it up. Bennett in trouble for South Adelaide. Hawkins butters up. Nailey towards Wool, trying to break his way through. Players finding it very difficult to pick it up on the cricket pitch. In goes Keane, and the umpire has given a free kick to that player. Stephen Keane from centre field to put the Panthers into attack. Allen is wide. Nailey on the grandstand side as well. Tutt gives a lead to the other side, but he's going down, straight down ground, pushing and shoving there against Wood. He knew it immediately, and Ferring gets the free kick, centre-half back.
Big Ferring. Got giant kick to centre-half forward. That gives Teal a chance, but in front, Sneebickler knocked it away. Lachlan, high in Norwood's best players today, plays these conditions well. Didn't really have a look on that occasion. Hawkins got a slap across the back of the head and takes the free kick. Probably would have marked it if he wasn't tackled. Played pretty well for South. He's done a lot of work against great odds. Well done, Carty. Played the ball in front of him. Thomas kicked it along the ground. Redfree's on the ground for Norwood. Playing at half back. Well done, McIntosh. Carty tried to smother. Couldn't. Teal almost marked the ball, but a free kick will be paid to South Adelaide, and that goes to Graham Brooksby. Hasn't had a great deal to do today, or he's playing on. Well, Michael Annie made him play on. Ivanov. Norwood a chance here. Aish Lucky ace then, not to be caught holding the ball. 5-3 Norwood, 5-3 South.
Michael Ace, Peter, getting a disturbing tendency to throw himself on top of the ball all the time. No wonder he's getting hurt. The handball out, Ivanov a chance. With him, Thomas. Can't pick it up, into the ground. The tackle is on, Burrows out again. David Kapler for South Adelaide gets the kick away. Baines. Allen is the running player. If it sits for him, South are in business. At the half-back line, Keane goes past, but Allen kicks long to the half-forward line. Reynolds late on the scene. Bennett tried to give a handball away. That was a fine tackle. Ferring gets it out. Thomas can't pick it up. I think also you'll find that that other player, number 46, Renfrey's on the ground for the leg, but a free kick has gone this time to Hughes. Hughes kicks to the half-forward line. Out there, the lead is on. Well taken by Winter, is it out there? Winter's up on the half-forward line as well. Norwood sort of changed positions everywhere. Bickler takes a good mark low to the ground.
Yes, I think Winter followed the play down here, and he's going back now to fullback. Bickler. Oh, not a percentage kick, that one. That gives Norwood every chance, and Lachlan swallowed that ball. Different experienced player. Not a good effort. Kick number 11 coming up for Lachlan. He might use Ferring. Not quite sure what he's going to do. He runs past Wall. This gives him a chance to goal. The kick on the way, just offline. But lucky for South Adelaide, and Steve Bickler would be sighing, would be breathing a sigh of relief at the moment. 5-4 Norwood, South 5-3. Now, if the first half was any indication, Norwood is going with the breeze. So this quarter is vital. Oh, good mark, Allen. A great deal of opposition by Ferring there. I think Allen may have half lost his boot. He's all right, though. John Allen kicks wide to the wing. Gives Maley a chance. He couldn't mark. Carty picks up. Kicks around the body. That looks to be Miller on the field for South Adelaide. Couldn't mark. Winter plays it close to the boundary line for a balling. 5-4 Norwood, South 5-3. We're 7 minutes into the third quarter.
Ferring and Carty. Ferring obviously relishing a chance to get on the turf. Bennett almost. Tom Warhurst playing in defence now. Wobbles one towards the half-back line. There it'll go out of play. That's his first kick for the afternoon. Not one of his bigger games. Renfrey on the ground for Norwood, as I mentioned. And we've got Button and Noble on the interchange bench. Rocky Roberts round the corner towards the half-forward line. Bickler first there, but he can't play. Unluckily, he's kicked it out of bounds on the full.
Just ran into Neil Baum too, Ian.
Should have run the coach, yeah. Turnbull, a high kick to the half-forward line. Ivanov getting pulled off the ball and certainly making sure the umpire saw it was Brian Fairclough. Umpire Trevor Thomas, joined by Rick Kinnear for this afternoon's proceedings.
Fairclough's kick, centre wing, or body work there. Carty stood his ground beautifully, got it out to Nailey. Nailey's taken off through the centre of the ground. He can run all the way if he wants to. Goes short, looking for Aitken, but the kick is not well put. Puts him in a lot of trouble. He can't get through Hughes. Hughes gets it back to Renfrey. Picking up is Bennett. Michael Bennett for South Adelaide. Hooks back to the centre of the ground. Philip Gould can't mark it. He can't pick it up either. Smile comes through like a Sherman tank. Taps it along the ground. Tackled by Aitken, and Smile takes a free kick. Well, South had a big chance then. A goal going towards that southern end would have been very handy. Smile kicks wide. Looking for Greg Thomas. Beautifully put. Lachlan's given him a chance. Baines can't get there. He hooks it back to Renfrey. Norwood playing with a great deal more confidence now than they did early. Renfrey. Neville Roberts up too early. Kicking off the ground, Jenkins. It's a stray though, 1 point. Norwood 5-5, South 5-3.
I think Norwood has tried to get a little bit more mobility by bringing Renfrey onto the ground. Noble, I don't know whether he's injured or not, but certainly Button's off the turf. Keane. Carty. He's at centre wing. Keane wants it back. He gets it back. Over the half-forward line go the Panthers towards Reynolds. Reynolds and Winter, one hand up, getting at the back of the pack. Miller, if he's got the opportunity now, he'll need backup support. Gets it now from Irvine. Irvine 40 metres out, hooks back. The umpire doesn't move. Goal, valuable one, South Adelaide. Irvine's first, making up for an atrocious miss in the second quarter. And South Adelaide 6-3, lead Norwood 5-5.
There's no doubt that South love these conditions. Miller couldn't pick it up, but he recovered well in getting it back to Irvine. Irvine steadied, and with a controlled kick, he kicked his first goal. And as Ian Day said, that would have been a great relief for him as well after that poor miss in the second quarter.
Hawkins against Ferring. Ferring gets a big thump away, too far for Roberts. McIntosh almost. Naley at the bottom of the pack. Now it's Thomas having a saddle put on him by one of the South players. And umpire Kinnear will call for a bounce. A bounce down almost back midfield. The rain coming down almost incessantly in that first half made conditions very trying. It's gone away now, but it's muddy. The ball is wet and very cold here at Adelaide. Bearing up again. A good tap to Turnbull. Ducked his head through the ball out. Teal wants support. Fosdyke. The handball wasn't good. Past Allen. Well done, Fosdyke. Onto the right foot in towards Roberts. Sets himself. Can't bring it down. McIntosh and Teal. The Bickler in between them. McIntosh. Handball out. Thomas. Again, Roberts. Could it be his third? Jams it onto his boot. Just offline 1 point. Roberts snapped two beautiful goals in the first quarter with the left boot. Caught on the right one that time. Couldn't get another pace to steady himself. Had to jam it pretty quickly and notched a point.
Should stick to his left boot, Neville. The kick off by Graham Brooksby. Or Ferring interferes with Hawkins. One of the most obvious free kicks you'll see. Hawkins has played well for South. A lot more fire in his game. Beautifully put to Carty. Now Carty's beating Warhurst at the moment. Warhurst is not relishing the move to centre half back, it would appear. Aitken picks it up. Beautifully shrugs two opponents. Hooks it back towards Reynolds. Great mark, not Reynolds. Of course it is. It's hard to pick the players up so far afield, but there's a 15-metre penalty as well. Maybe Rod Miller. To South. The all-important thing is, can he score a goal? Through it goes.
Definitely Rodney Miller. Gee, as you say, it's pretty hard with South players running from everywhere. They're pretty happy about it, Peter. Rodney Miller's on the ground, and I'm pretty sure Shane Cook, I saw him go to the interchange bench. As he turns his back to us, number 41 is Rodney Miller. A South player, went to West Torrens, had limited success there. Now he's back with the Panthers, but that goal perhaps ensured him of another run at least next week.
Back to the bounce, Ferring and Hawkins. Oh, Hawkins gets it away. Laughlin's caught with the ball. Lucky to get away with that. Coming through Keane. Allen it was, John Allen. Kicked the ball wide. It's gone out of bounds at right half forward. Ian, South look a lot better in these conditions, and they're probably going against the breeze, although the flags are not moving at this stage, but that's the goal scoring end. I think it's the northern end.
I'd have to agree with you, Pete. The Panthers like the ball on the turf, and that's where it is with these slippery conditions. Baines, who's played well, slow to get that one away. Keane, Aitken wants it out wide. Keane rides the bump high in towards full forward. Miller, also there, Reynolds gets up, can't bring it down. A chance now for Miller, wants backup support. Bennett's in there, but he can't get clear of Warhurst, and appears to tackle that player high, but the umpire will come in and bounce. 7-3 South Adelaide, 5-6 the legs. The throw up on the half-forward line. Ferring gets it away, but it's Wood who takes it. Reynolds a chance. One grab. Oh, had to give it away. The umpire called him to play on. Thomas can't get it clear. Winter. Smile. Cleverly to the outer side, out in front of Thomas, who played well. Jenkins went in hard. Irvine gets the handball out. Around the corner, he chips it, looking for Carty. Thumped away by Warhurst, straight towards the line, and there the ball goes out of play. 7-3 South Adelaide, 5-6 the legs, and we've played 14 minutes of the third quarter.
I don't know if the moves have paid off for Norwood. Teal was doing extremely well at centre half back. He's going to have limited opportunities the way South are going. That was Miller again. It gave Reynolds a chance. Reynolds fell over. Diving on top of the ball, Hughes. Hughes gets away with it. Wool tackles. Thomas. That was Greg Thomas. Irvine for South. Wheels out of the pack. Didn't have a look on that occasion. Michael Ace dropped it. Through goes Aitken. Off the ground, picking up Nailey. South got a chance. Nailey held onto it far too long. Breaking away is Fosdyke. Searches for Turnbull, but in front, John Allen takes it. Good mark. I think Turnbull is going to be penalised for his attack on Allen. Yes, 15 metres. South Adelaide have come alive. Schulz it was, not Allen. They look alike. Warhurst couldn't take the mark. Put in front of the pack, Noble. No, it's being paid to Warhurst.
Warhurst from the half-back flank, forwards Norwood towards centre wing, but the umpire has pulled the ball up, and a free kick is going to Turnbull against Ivanoff, centre field. Now, that's brought the ball a good 40 metres up the turf. Obviously, Ivanoff interfered with Turnbull in some shape or form, stopped him getting a run at the ball, although he wasn't within cooee of it. Turnbull's kick goes to the half-forward line. Fosdyke in front. At the back of the pack, Stemper, if he can pick it up, they're in business. In goes Fairclough. Brooksby for South Adelaide, back towards Keane. Lachlan coming across. Turnbull into the action. He gets met heavily. Doesn't look happy at all at the moment. Pretty seedy. Lachlan now smothered off the boot. Well done, South Adelaide. Fairclough, a wobbly kick off the side of his boot. On the outer side there is Smale, joined by Thomas. They're fighting one another. Irvine into the picture. Smale trying to burrow out of the pack. And Turnbull still in strife midfield, bending over. And it's not often you see Greg Turnbull having to take a breather. It must have been a heavy knock indeed. Courage galore. A ball up on the outer side. Ferring, tap away. Player stack up. Thomas. With him there is Bennett. South Adelaide's Allen coming into the picture, but a bounce at centre wing or a ball up.
Norwood throwing everything at South, but to no avail at this stage. Ferring's doing good work for Norwood, but he's getting plenty of opposition from Hawkins. Good mark, Aish. Been out of the game this quarter. Teal used the body then, not seen by the umpire. Or if he did, he's going to let it go. Kicking is Keith Thomas, looking for Neville Roberts. Allen behind. Knocks the ball down, gives Baines a chance. Baines will go short towards Sneepickler. Sneepickler has got plenty of players to use. Positions the ball beautifully. Keane trying to get rid of Fosdyke. Puts an awkward handball towards Philip Would. Over the top to Ivanoff. South with a chance. Reynolds wants it in high. That's where it goes. Reynolds on a lead. In front. Good mark. Great movement, South Adelaide. Right from fullback. Can Reynolds kick the distance? The flags are limp here at Adelaide Oval. Kick number 7, Reynolds. Plenty of distance. Through it goes, to the Reynolds, and South Adelaide are playing pretty well at the moment. 8-3, Norwood 5-6.
Reynolds had a fine first quarter. He had 4 free kicks, but he couldn't kick straight with them. He kicked 1-1 and 1 out of play. That's his second goal. But as Peter said, a wonderful movement by South Adelaide coming down ground. Good team play, used the ball well with their handball. And the kick of Ivanoff to position Reynolds right in front of him was superb football.
Hawkins against Ferring. Ferring's got a stronger body, but Hawkins is pretty useful. Aish got it to Fosdyke. Fosdyke looks for Roberts. Almost marking his Teal. Roberts playing it against 2. Kapler tackles. Good tackle. Teal comes in to help. Kapler's on top. Roberts puts Irvine down. Kapler gets the kick away, centre wing. Can't stop it. Lachlan, it goes over for a ball in.
Throw in at centre wing. 18 minutes into the third quarter. South 8-3, Norwood 5-6. Norwood led by a goal at quarter time, South by a goal at half time. Now the Panthers have got a 15-point advantage. Carty swings out a long handball, more in hope than anything. Irvine a chance, Aitken's there with him. Going to Beetle off. Had to get round onto his right foot, puts it in high now towards Reynolds again. Winter there, Reynolds in the middle of the pack. Carty tries to get through. He's collared. Winter swings out the long handball. Greg Thomas, short is Michael Ace, but Thomas will go longer. Back towards midfield. All Hawkins. and he takes the mark in front of his own teammate in Bain. Bickler goes wide, wanting the ball midfield. 15 metres against Robert. He's lost the run of Hawkins. I think he thought that Kapler was going past to take a handball. Roberts caught a little bit underneath the hammer there. And in defence, it's Michael H.
Maybe playing a loose man in defence, which would surprise me. Might pick that up a little bit later on. Or Bickler. He made sure no one else was going to get that. Positioned himself beautifully. Kick number 8. Made a bad mistake a little while ago. Fortunately for him, Norwood didn't get a goal. He's looking for Reynolds again. Behind the pack. Carty almost marked it. Ridden into the turf as Bennett, Michael Bennett. And he played a pretty good first quarter. There's not a great deal since, but he kicked 2 goals in that first quarter, Bennett. And he appears to have some polish about him. South Adelaide are a different unit in these conditions. Kick number 9, Michael Bennett. A goal here and Norwood would be in dire straits. Now it's offline. May not make the distance. To ground it comes. Miller around his body. I think he's got it. Certainly has. That's 2 to Miller this quarter. A good move to bring him on. South 9-3. Norwood in a lot of bother. 5-6.
Peter, in the first half, South repeatedly lost the ball in front of goal by not having a player standing down, waiting for it to come off the fingers. Now, Hayden Bunton has been astute enough to get a player who can pick it up and recover, and that's Miller. And that time we saw him recover quickly and hook round the corner for his second.
Looks like Miller might be going centre half forward possibly as Lachlan takes off for Norwood. He's one of the few players driving them forward. Kick number 14, holding up in the breeze. A big flight, Michael Lenny. A good mark. He hasn't done much today. Takes off towards Turnbull. That's where it goes. Turnbull holds his ground. There was a semblance of a trick there, but the umpire not sufficiently impressed to give him 15 metres. Turnbull, a very good shot for goal, but the distance may be against him. Norwood would pay big money for a goal. Turnbull's kick is superb. Through it goes. Through to Turnbull. A much needed one for Norwood. 6-7. South 9-3.
Norwood fighting on. Into time on. That goal was pretty important. They still trail by 14 points, but the ball was well centred there. A good mark by Turnbull. Looked for the 15-metre penalty, but the umpire, as Peter Marker said, not impressed. But he was still good enough to kick the goal from there, and perhaps Neil Baum has a faint glimmer of hope.
Carty's still in ruck for South. Ferring for Norwood. Ferring gets it down. Nailey again for South. Oh, the handball was swept too wide. Coming through Fosdyke. Off the ground. That gives Teal a chance. Ducks the head. Not holding the ball. Not holding the man. Baines ran away with it, but umpire Kinnear thought otherwise. And there'll be a ball up. Attack side of centre for the Norwood side.
A throw up at half-forward line. Carty gets it back, but it's all Norwood back here. Fosdyke short to the lead of Lachlan. He's picking up plenty of kicks. Half-forward line at the moment. Kick number 15 to Lachlan as he'll go towards Roberts on the half-forward line. Pushed out of the way. That was Teal. Here's a chance now. Jenkins, a long one in towards goal. I think it's just offside. Yes, 1 point only. The crowd started to roar, but you can see the ball starting to veer towards the wrong side of the goal post. And Norwood have got a point. They want goals.
Kick off, Brooksby. Allen taps it over the head. Beautifully done, Teal. He's lifted late lead. Aish. Oh, great mark. Put the hand up, Turnbull. Super performance. It looked as though it was going to carry to Aish, but Turnbull. What a player he is for Norwood. Doesn't matter what the conditions are, good or bad, he's always in there fighting. Kick number 13, Turnbull. And with his conversion rate, you'd have to back him to kick this one. He's had 2 shots today and he's kicked 2. Distance, no problems. He's dragged that one across. 1 point. Gee, Norwood needed that one, and that's a bad miss, Turnbull, from that position. Norwood 6-9, South 9-3.
What a gutsy little player, Peter. Took a very heavy knock about 10 minutes ago. He was in the trainer's hands for about 10 minutes and finally got up. Here's a chance, South Adelaide. Fairclough rides that tackle well. South to the half-forward line. Ward coming across. Stepper beautifully half-volleyed. Pushed off well by Aitken. He's got a chance. Kicks in long. Reynolds, Winter. Reynolds and Winter one-on-one. Getting back on the ball as well. Back there is Warhurst, I think. He can't get it clear, and the umpire will come in and bounce. Fair bit of booing going on at the moment. I can't pick up what it's all about, whether the umpires are not popular. We'll have a look at the free kicks for you at the moment. Here's a chance. Aitken, the backup support, comes now high by Reynolds in towards full forward, who's back there for Norwood, and a fine mark taken back in defence. Well, no, it's not the South Adelaide player. Robbie Hawkins, well, he came from McLeod.
He marked it on the chest, Ian, and no doubt about the mark.
Only 20 metres out. An important kick for South Adelaide into time on. Kick number 9. He's done well in ruck, having a spell at the moment. Taken 8 marks. You can see the angle. He's missed. Like Turnbull. Could be an expensive miss for South Adelaide. They move now to 9-4 to Norwood 6 goals 9.
28 minutes into this third quarter. A crucial couple of minutes, and the strain shows on the face of Hayden Bunton. It's his best chance in many weeks to get a win. And South are desperate. Miller knocks it forward. Nailey a chance. Off he goes. Ferring won't catch him. Onto the left foot. Great goal, Nailey. And boy, did they need that one. That's Nailey's first. South 10-4, Norwood 6-9.
Well, if you give Nailey half a metre, that's the end of the penny section. And he got that half a metre start. He showed a clean pair of hands. Came off the pack. It was well thought out by South Adelaide as they knocked it forward. And Nailey, although he's caught on his left leg, he never looked as though he's going to miss that goal. And South have got their 10th on the board.
And in a low-scoring final term, South kicked 1-3 to Norwood 2-3, and they won by 13 points, 11-7 to 8-12. Reynolds, Bennett, Carty and Miller each got 2 for South Adelaide, Turnbull 4 for Norwood, Roberts 2. And after the game, Peter Marker spoke to Wayne Carty.
Wayne Carty, congratulations. It was a good effort. It was a must-win for South.
Yeah, it certainly was, Peter. It was a grand final for us, yeah.
Your game was an extremely good one. You played at centre-half forward, but you did a fair bit of work in ruck too.
Yeah, well, actually, no, Robbie rucked most of the game, but I just gave him the rest, you know, every 5 or 10 minutes.
I thought you did a fair bit in that third quarter, Wayne.
Yeah, well, Rob got a bit of a knock in the shin, and he just needed a hand, and I did most of the third quarter, I suppose, yeah.
Actually, the games that I've seen South Adelaide this year, and also from some of the chaps I've spoken to, have said that your form's been pretty good and perhaps a lot better than a lot of people think.
Yeah, well, I don't know about it, a lot better than a lot of people think, but I've been happy with my form, and I just hope I can continue it and maybe, you know, improve just a little bit more.
Jeff Baines, a vital win for South Adelaide. You must be pretty happy.
Yes, it was essential we win that one, or we had no chance whatsoever to make the final 5. We looked at this one as being the first of 4 with, I suppose you'd call some relatively easy games coming up, games we've won earlier in the season. 4 in a row will put us really in touch, and then we can drive at the final 5 later in the season.
Jeff, you play well at night, everybody knows that, but you also play pretty well in these conditions when it gets a bit wet.
I think the key is that we're a ground side. Last week against Glenelg, we outscored them in the last 3 quarters because I think the rain came down, it was a little bit slipperier, but they actually murdered us in the air. And I think the same applies at night time. It's not easy to mark at night, it's not easy to mark in these conditions, and I think we've got to develop a system where we can put the ball to the ground as much as possible and let our fast little players get the ball.
Big Wayne Carty gave you as much today as I've ever seen him.
Actually, he's shown that in 2 or 3 games earlier this season, and then he got a bad Achilles tendon problem. But a tremendous drive down there. We've got 2 big blokes that are playing well for the team at the moment, Wayne and Chris Reynolds, and that really does give us a lot of heart.
I thought Rod Miller gave you a lift around the packs when he came on in the third quarter, particularly up forward.
Rod's been an in-and-out player for the last 3 or 4 years, and I think he showed today. He's been showing at training in the reserves the last couple of weeks, and his desire to get that ball in that third term and got those 2 goals and handed 1 out was tremendous.
Neil, not a good effort.
No, very, very, very disappointing. Very poor effort from our players.
You didn't seem to have any run in your side at all.
Oh, I don't know. We didn't have a lot of things. Mostly, I just don't think we try very hard. If you don't try, you can't win.
Well, what makes a team not try?
Well, you tell me. Oh, I don't know.
You made some moves in the beginning of the second half. You put Teal to centre-half forward, Warhurst in defence. They looked a little bit better there for 10 minutes, but all of a sudden it just didn't fire.
Oh, he was trying to get the ball through half forward a bit, particularly under conditions, so we thought that Jimmy might force the ball a bit for us, which he was quite good. I thought he was quite good at centre-half back prior to that.
Now, what of Norwood's future? Now, this, well, keeps you out of the 5. It's a very important game for you tomorrow in terms of Glenelg Central. You're looking for other teams to lose to get back into the 5.
Oh, I think it's too early to worry about that, you know. But I guess, you know, if you analyse it, you say, if we're not good enough to beat South, well, we're not good enough to play in the 5. So.
A very disappointed Neil Barnes speaking to Ian Day after the match from the Adelaide Oval. Looking at the other results, Sturt won at the Adelaide Oval.